gotta get through this so I can play Zelda. Let's talk. What up, viewers? What up? What up? Calc Soups here, and today is Friday, May 12th, and that means it's time for a quick recap of the week in video game news. Like I said, if you know anything about video games, you know that the colossal titan that has been coming up is finally here. The prince that was promised, the sequel to 2017's Breath of the Wild, Legends of Zelda, Tears of the Kingdom. I wore my shirt to represent how excited I am. I've got the new Tears of the Kingdom OLED Switch right there, waiting for me to turn it on so I can play some Zelda. As suffice to say, I am very excited for it, and so is the entire internet and everyone who owns a Switch. It is currently at a 96 Metacritic, getting 10s across the board, and as a sequel to the near perfectness that is Breath of the Wild, I would expect nothing less than it being highly rated. It really innovates from what I have seen. Really innovates with the whole new set of mechanics that you're going to start off with. It even starts really weird with like a really cool cold open. I've turned it on for like literally 1 minute last night just to make sure that my game works. And it just starts with like a cold open. So I'm very excited for the game. There's even a commercial that I really appreciated. I won't have it linked down below, but you should check it out. There's a commercial that kind of advertising it about like reconnecting with your sense of adventure as an adult, and so it shows this guy like taking the bus to work, and it was a pretty cool commercial. I kind of liked it. I thought it was pretty kind of in tune with an aging gamer market. So, I am very excited for Tears of the Kingdom, and let me know if you pick it up, what you think of it down below in the comments. Moving right along, we talked last week about a little bit more of a tease for the upcoming Mortal Kombat game, and we got a little bit more information. MK12 is actually going to be known as MK1. The tease this week was a clock ticking from 9, 10, 11, and then it skipped over 12 to go straight to 1. So Mortal Kombat is getting reboot, which is pretty par for the course, considering it's been rebooted more than Star Trek at this point. So I'm calling it Mortal Kombat 1, ONE, kind of poking fun at Xbox's naming conventions for their consoles. So they had the original Xbox. Anyway, I'm not going to explain the joke, but Mortal Kombat, the next one in the series, will be Mortal Kombat 1 and not Mortal Kombat 12. So put that on your bingo card. See if anybody gets a cross on that one. Anyway, moving right along, Diablo continues Blizzard continues to tell me about everything that's going to be in Diablo 4. This week they had a breakdown of the season pass and the battle passes, and what the cosmetics will do. Probably all in anticipation for the server slam that's going on this weekend. So Tears of the Kingdom has some stiff competition. Actually, I think anybody who doesn't own a Switch or owns a PC will probably be playing Diablo 4 this weekend. I haven't been reading too much into these. I've been keeping track of it just kind of in the periphery, but I'm gonna buy Diablo 4, so I don't need to know how the kind of battle pass and all that kind of stuff's gonna work, because I'm just excited for the game. But won't be playing Diablo 4 this weekend. I will be playing Tears of the Kingdom. Speaking of highly anticipated sequels, Hollow Knight Silksong has been delayed. We had a rough estimate that it was going to come in the first half of 2023. And the developers come out saying the game has gotten a lot bigger than they originally expected. I think when I first heard of it, I thought it was going to be like a 1.5, like a kind of DLC plus expansion type thing, but it sounds like it's going to be a full sequel. And that has been moved to a very non-specific date, but sometime in Q3. It sounded like August from a couple of the reports that I read, but I know that a lot of people are waiting for that, so they'll have to wait just a little bit longer. Moving right along, Blizzard had talked a little bit about their return to work policy and how it has affected some of their talent. They say that their return to work policy has cost them some people leaving, and I can fully understand that. I think that's something that a lot of companies as well as game developers will have to kind of struggle with, is bringing people back into the office. I, for one, fall on the side of, hey, we've been working in a post-COVID world for 3 years now, and we've proven that it can work, and the world hasn't stopped turning, and might as well keep it going. So yeah, I think that that's something you have to struggle with. Big companies will have to struggle with when they start enforcing their return to work policies, and Blizzard kind of spoke about it this week. So good time to start talking about it. Yeah, so let me know what you think down below in the comments. The Steam Deck competitor made by Asus has been kind of talked about for the last couple months, and we now have a lot more details. We know what the specs are going to be. We know it's called the ROG Ally, which I don't know. I think, is it the Republic of Gamers? I think my laptop is a ROG machine. So Republic of Gamers Ally is the name of the Steam Deck competitor. It'll have a launch price of $700, and it'll be launching in June, on June 13th. So right in the middle of not E3 week. And yeah, so we got to compare it side by side with the Steam Deck competitors. For the most part, I was kind of seeing that it was mostly the same as the Steam Deck. I mean, the Steam Deck came out a couple years ago, so has it been more than a year? I think it's been more than a year. Anyone who's built a PC will know that, technology moves at the speed of light. And so there was a couple of things about like the Bluetooth is a little bit better, and stuff like that, but and a larger hardware space or hard drive. So I think it has half a terabyte as opposed to the biggest Steam Deck, which has a quarter of a terabyte. So twice as much storage. So potentially a means to upgrade if you want a little bit more storage. But otherwise, I thought the specs kind of looked similar, but I'm not too nerdy into the details, so there might be some pretty big differences that I don't quite understand. Of levity and something that should bring a smile to your face. Tenacious D, yep, Jack Black, has brought out a music video this week talking all about video games and all the video games he's been playing lately. And it's quite a fun kind of animated short. You should definitely check it out. It brought a smile on my face this week. So it's a little not safe for work, so you probably A, be forewarned now, and B, maybe not watch it in the workplace if you are at a return to work situation. But yeah, I thought it was really funny, and it's just kind of fun seeing a little sprite of Jack Black in several different video game situations. So feel free to check that out. I'll have a link down below. Fall Guys, remember Fall Guys? Fall Guys has just recently released a new creative mode, so there's potentially an infinite amount of gameplay that you can now get with Fall Guys as the internet tries to develop the most nefarious creative mode inducing maps within Fall Guys. So yeah, I'm curious what will kind of shake out with Fall Guys having a creative mode, but it really did something good for Fortnite, so I can expect that Fall Guys will probably have a similar trajectory of kind of broadening it and seeing what kind of creations people come up with. So I think this is always a boon. I think giving gamers and enthusiasts the keys to the kingdom and letting them kind of build their own stuff is always a recipe for success. So pretty interested to see what comes out of Fall Guys creative mode. Another game that launched this week that I am really excited about, but will probably have to be put on the back burner. Darkest Dungeon 2 has fully launched. It's got its 1.0 release this week, and it is out of Epic Early Access, so it's now across the board. It's on all of it's at least on PC. I don't know if it's out on consoles yet, or if that's behind. But I am excited for Darkest Dungeon 2. I played the first one several times. And just really enjoy the game, and can't wait to hear the narrator speak with his deep, sultry tones about my fails. Can't wait to have that in my ears. So anytime I'm not playing Legend of Zelda this weekend, I might be playing Darkest Dungeon 2. So I'll have to check that out. And last but certainly not least is a Kickstarter that wears its inspiration on its shoulders. Kickstarter is all the rage for tabletop RPGs, and that's usually where kind of indie tabletop RPGs get started. And speaking of Zelda, this entire week, there's a Kickstarter for a game called Break that definitely takes some pretty heavy influences from the Legend of Zelda series. So I'll have a link down below for you to check that out. But I'm definitely thinking about kickstarting that as well. And I've always imagined trying to play a Zelda on the tabletop. So I'm looking forward to checking that out, and I hope you check it out too. But that's it for this week. Let me know if you feel I forgot anything down below in the comments. But thanks, as always, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoy this content. If you do, please follow, like, and subscribe to me on YouTube and Twitch so you can see more great content like this. I'll have links down below in the description. Thanks again. I hope you have a super day. I hope you have a super weekend, and I hope you have a super day. Bye!